Hello and welcome to this edition of Electronic Cafe Celebrates. These are the episodes, as you probably know by now, where Mark and I look at albums that are 40 years old. And just every time I do one of these, I just get reminded of how time is flying by. This particular episode, we're looking at the fabulous Cupid Psyche 85. It's the second studio album by Scritti Politti. It was released on June the 10th on Virgin, and the release continued frontman Green Gartside's embrace of commercial pop music stylings and state-of-the-art studio production.
The album was recorded in both London and New York, and it's a marvel of 1980s production. Green Gartside is far from the most prolific artist, releasing only 5 Scritti Politti albums in 31 years. But in 1985, he did manage at least one gorgeously sparkling gem, more or less justifying the sparse output.
I like the thing about this though is the lyrics really reflects his preoccupation with language and politics. It does still remain the album's biggest successful studio album, peaking at number 5 in the UK, certified gold by selling over 100,000 copies. The album contained 5 singles, 3 of which were top 20 hits in the UK. The single Perfect Way actually became a surprise hit in the US, peaking at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 and 25-week run on the chart.
The 5 singles taken from the album were Beez, Pray Like Aretha Franklin, Absolute, Hypnotised, The Word Girl and Perfect Way. And the style of the album has been described as pop, synthpop, art pop, electro-funk, blue-eyed soul, sophisti-pop, bubblegum pop or pop soul, suggesting a musical style that is pretty hard to categorise. On this immaculately constructed state-of-the-art record, Gartside's fragile vocals carry the day with charm and style, while also threatening to disappear completely into the ether.
So, you know, it really made some impact when this thing arrived. I remember hearing it for the first time, just loving the synths, the catchiness, his unique voice and tone, and the sort of synth textures and pop textures in this album.
I guess around this time there was a liking for this style of smooth, immaculate electro synth pop. Prefab Sprout, Grace Jones, Sade, Blue Nile, Roxy Music, all competing, and this album is a little cracker and it sits perched high up on that list.
I mean, during the recording of their previous recording of Songs to Remember, Rough Trade, it introduced Green Gartside to New Yorker David Gamson. So just to put that into context, Gamson was a keyboardist, programmer and assistant engineer for the label. He used some studio downtime to record a demo version of the Archies' 69 hit song Sugar Sugar. The thing is, Gartside and this guy Gamson, David Gamson, hit it off and decided that they would work together in the future. They had such similar ideas about the type of music they wanted to make. That was just what led Green Gartside to stay in New York with his new musical partners. With the help of his new manager, Bob Last, he resolved his problems with Rough Trade. It wasn't apparently a great amicable partnership. He was desperate to get out. So he then signed a major label deal with Virgin in the UK and Warner Brothers in North America. And he also used that time to set up meetings with musicians and producers that he really wanted to work with. And I think he later recalled that he said, I seemed to get put in touch with anybody I wanted to meet, and they were all very enthusiastic. The first singles we released from the album was Beez, or with Pray Like Aretha Franklin in February '84. It's subtitled alluding to the Aretha Franklin song I Say a Little Prayer, which producer Arif Mardin had also worked on. And asked about the change in musical direction, Green Gartside himself admitted that if he'd played me Beez 6 years ago, I think I probably would spat it or something, but I like change.
This is one of those albums, and Scritti Politti are one of those bands that had a brief moment in the sun and then sadly sank back into relative obscurity, which is a shame because this album really does stand out, and it's clear that a lot of effort was put into this with big ambitions of making the band and Green Gartside into superstars. A cracking album, but I'll always ask myself, what if?
Generically, reviews are fairly positive. I think in one retrospective review, AllMusic called the album a state-of-the-art, immaculately constructed set of catchy synth pop. I think it's a bit more than that, to be fair. And also I think this is like a fine wine. It's matured greatly over time. One of the favourite albums I heard in the 80s back in the day. Fantastic album. Cupid Psyche 85 by Scritti Politti. Happy anniversary.
I wouldn't be together to be together. yeah.